Roe v. Wade has officially been overturned in these United States of America. What this means is, because of pre-existing trigger laws, abortion is now illegal in Arkansas, Idaho, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, and Wyoming, with 13 other states, including my local Florida, expected to pass some sort of ban soon, meaning that effectively abortion will be illegal in over half of the country soon. I want you all to understand that this is not just some bad blip on the radar that we're going to get over and fix soon. This is bad, and it is only the beginning. The Supreme Court, with the conservative supermajority, is going to go after the FDA. They're going to go after the CDC. They're going to go after gay rights. They're going to go after trans rights. If you think I'm being hyperbolic, you are not paying attention at all. Which basically means they are going to take away the government's ability to protect or regulate practically anything, anyone. Where do we go from here? I don't even know. I've never been, particularly patriotic, and that's a controversial statement because we are trained to be so. And we all know that there's some things wrong with this country. It's yeah, America's good besides the politics. Yeah, we're great besides the gun violence. Yeah, we're great besides all the racism in the history of slavery. And, what else is America besides some arbitrary lines drawn on a map and a power structure and a government that does not function and does not give a shit about us? And also, let's talk about us culturally. What else have we been talking about? We've been talking about our last president wanting to overturn the results of the election and basically throw democracy out the window. We've been talking about mass shootings in Buffalo, in Texas. We've had more mass shootings than we've had days so far in 2022. But that's just normal everyday life in America, and everyone is basically, this is all too inconvenient to think about, so I'm just going to turn off the news because that threatens my comfort level. I've been hearing a lot of references to The Handmaid's Tale, like we're entering the Handmaid's Tale era in American history, and this is all made possible by a Republican Party that is 100% determined, dedicated, and focused on doing evil, and a Democratic Party that is absolutely fucking terrified to do good. One thing that I really want people that don't follow American politics to the level that I do to understand is that America doesn't have a leftist party. The American Democratic Party is basically the equivalent to the center-right anywhere else in the world, and the Republican Party is so far to the right they may as well be the fucking Taliban. We do not have leftist representation, and we are sliding so far to the right and letting them hijack the narrative. What do you ever just take a minute to critically think about things that the American right says? Hey, we're against critical race theory, but that doesn't mean we're racist. We're against Black Lives Matter, but that doesn't mean that we're against black lives. We're against Antifa, but that doesn't mean that we're for fascism. We're against the wokeness, but that doesn't mean we're in favor of being asleep. They practically fucking spell it out for you, what they're for. But it's impolite to point that out. So we're basically caught in this loop between the center right and the far right, and any small little incremental move to the left is called socialism, because our people don't pay attention. They don't know any better. America is the greatest country in the world. But still, somehow, of the developed industrialized nations, we have the worst healthcare system with the most debt. We have the worst public education system with the most college debt. We have the worst human rights. We have the worst gun violence. We have the worst culture, to be honest. From the day we are born, American exceptionalism is drilled into our heads. But we're not exceptional. We're exceptionally bad. And everyone who does this whole if abortion is illegal in your state, why don't you just drive to the next? Or if you don't like America, you can just Go and move somewhere else. You are complicit in this bullshit. And we need to change our rhetoric. We need to change the discussion about this. We need to start being disruptive, or I guarantee you, not a goddamn thing is ever going to change.